Film opens with some children reading storybooks. One of them goes on to read a story about a Brahmarakshas in a village called Kamaratu, who was known to kidnap and kill children, fearing whom children would not venture outside after it was dark. The story goes on to show a kid being kidnapped by an eerie figure in eerie circumstances. The next day, we are introduced to the villagers. In the village of Kamaratu, which is situated in Karnataka, Janardhan Gambhira is a short-tempered landlord who lives with his wife Santha, Shaku, and his brother Eknath. Janardhan's friend's son, Visvanath Balal, arrives at the village with his wife and 2 children, Aparna, Panna, and Mohanchandra, Muna. Visvanath tells Janardhan that Panna is engaged to one Rakesh and that he wants to arrange the marriage in their ancestral Kamaratu house, but Janardhan refuses, as the house is haunted by the Brahmarakshasa. This is because his son, Sanju, is said to have stolen jewels from the village's temple. 28 years ago, we are shown that Sanju, who had been gone from the village for 28 years, had sent a telegram to his ailing mother that he would come to see her soon. That same night, Sanju arrives at the village. From London, he meets Panna at Kamaratu house entrance, and they both accidentally find the beheaded corpse of a police officer named Suresh Krishna in the house well. Vikrant learns that 14 children were also previously killed in the same manner. He learns that almost all of them were students at the local school in the village, which is being run by P.E. teacher, Lawrence Pinto. He visits the school and conducts primary enquiry. Vikrant is informed of a local smuggler Musa Kuni by the P.E. teacher, and Vikrant secures his whereabouts from Rakama, a local liquor shop owner. Fascinated by the recent turn of events, Panna decides to investigate the murders as well. This leads to her finding an old lady in the haunted ancestral house and Suresh Krishna's head in a box. Panna inquires about the old lady named Dayu, where she finds out that she is Natoni's mother. Natoni was the caretaker of the village's temple, who was framed by Janardhan and Visvanath for stealing the temple jewelry, which was done by Sanju, due to which Natoni, along with his wife and children, Madhava, Raghava and his younger daughter committed suicide out of shame, leaving Dayu insane. Vikrant learns that the place where the child was hung is owned by the smuggler, Musa Kuni. He brings him in for interrogation, but to no avail. While roaming in the forest, Panna and Muna find a devil-like figure, with a finger wound, keeping his hands near a fire. She complains to Vikrant about this, but finds a similar finger wound on his hand, which makes her suspect that Vikrant is the devil and that he might be connected to Natoni's family. When she along with Sanju reaches Vikrant's house that evening, they see Vikrant dressed in a costume with the same weird makeup on his face. Vikrant arrives at Musa Kuni's factory and thrashes the workers, along with hanging and killing Musa Kuni. Vikrant meets Sanju and Panna, who ask Vikrant about being the devil and his appearance at his house, where he tells that he assumed the getup of the devil in order to flush out the real devil out. Later, Vikrant reveals a bigger fact about Sanju, leaving everyone shocked. At night, another attempt is made to kill Vikrant which fails again. Vikrant deduces that Eknath and Musa Kuni, who was actually killed by Eknath, are the mastermind behind Suresh Krishna's murder, based on the clue mentioned by the latter, on the 1 rupee note, as they were involved in smuggling. With the help of Panna, Vikrant learns that the dead children's fathers are actually the classmates of Madhava and Raghava, the children of Natoni. These classmates are shown to have bullied and humiliated Madhava and Raghava for their caste identity and poor status, and also attacked them on the night of village attack on Natoni. Panna also shares that as per the account of an old villageman, the same encrypted writing found on the corpses of children were found near the dead bodies of Natoni's family as well. Another sentence vowing to finish the lives of those who killed Natoni's family was also found in that note, according to the old villager. Vikrant and Panna also find out that only 4 dead bodies were found at the time of Natoni family's death and deduce that Madhava is still alive and may be responsible for the killings. After meeting Lawrence Pinto on another occasion, Vikrant sees a Shiva tattoo on his chest and deduces there is something suspicious there. He goes to Pinto's house to interrogate him, but Pinto makes an escape through a way the local driver tells Vikrant leads to the abandoned temple where Natoni was the caretaker. In the Kamaratu house, Panna and Muna discusses amongst themselves that since the children of all classmates of Madhava were killed, now Panna, and Muna, and Sanju would be the killer's next target, as their fathers also took part in persecuting Natoni's family before knowing the truth that Sanju stole the jewels. Panna and Muna are suddenly terrorized by Dayu, and are abducted by an unknown man. Vikrant reaches the abandoned temple, where he chances upon the names and belongings of all dead children. It is revealed that Vikrant's daughter was also one among the victims, the girl who is shown to be kidnapped in the beginning, and her presence with him shown all throughout the movie was only his post-traumatic hallucination. The kidnapping and murder incident had also left Vikrant's wife in coma, and he had actually come to Kamaratu to investigate these murders. Vikrant is shown to have been one among Madhava's classmates, and though he had never actively bullied Madhava and Raghava, he had not tried to protect them from other bullies either. For this very reason, he has suffered personal loss of his wife and daughter Geethanjali, Guddy, in the hands of Madhava, who is on a mission to exact vengeance on the people indirectly responsible for ill-treating his family. Vikrant's deduction that Madhava is none other than Lawrence Pinto is right. Madhava knocks out Vikrant and takes him to an underground tunnel, where Panna, Muna are about to be hung. Here it is revealed that his wife was attacked and daughter killed while they were visiting through the village for a marriage. Upon gaining consciousness, Vikrant also deduces that Madhava's younger brother Raghava is also alive. Then Sanju arrives, and it is revealed, to everybody's astonishment, that he is actually Raghava. Raghava has been masquerading as Sanju, and Raghava had caught and killed the real Sanju for stealing the jewelry of the temple, on the very same night of the death of his parents and sister. An enraged Vikrant fights with both Raghava and Madhava, which leads to Madhava and Dayu getting killed. Raghava fights with Vikrant gaining the upper hand. He kills and throws Raghava into a waterfall, thus avenging his personal loss. Panna and Muna are reunited with Visvanath, where Vikrant keeps Raghava, Sanju's death as a secret from Saku, on Janardhan's request. That concludes the movie plot on Vikrant Rona. Please subscribe and like the video. Please support us to reach 1K subscribers. Thank you.